What's up, chaps and chapettes? It's your boy, of course. We're wearing some smart attire for the smart occasion, let's be real. It's a big road to glory. Millions of viewers behind the camera right now, sitting nice and cozy. You know, maybe having a hot chocolate latte, whatever it might be. Ham and cheese toasty. Definitely recommend you check out the ham and cheese toasty, how to make that. Anyway, enough small talk. Let's get stuck in. This is, you know, proper in-depth stuff. So, of course, the first thing you have to pick is your nationality. So, you know, English, and it makes sense to pick them. I think this is only for the starter team, actually, so it's kind of... I don't know, if you're thinking of building that sort of team, like a Premier League team, then it's quite good to go for that. For some reason, I accidentally picked De Gea. I only just realised that what I was doing when I clicked on the position is you get a lone player for that position. You know, it is what it is. So, we have to start off with the starter objectives. I have a feeling that some of the starter objectives were already done. I think the reason being is because I've already used this account for making an ultimate team. I just deleted the ultimate team and started, you know, a fresh one. So we have the FEWC Stadium. Fun fact, actually, I think I was looking on Twitter, and I think it's going to be a new regulation that everyone has to play in the FEW. It's called the FEWC instead of the FIWC because it's FIFA. I don't know, something World Cup. You know how it is. It's like the big event or whatever, and that's the stadium, but you have to use the FUT Champions now. And also, they're doing a thing where it's like your home kit is... no, you have a home kit and an away kit, and you pick a kit, and then whatever your other kit is... So, if, let's say you pick the home kit, then the opponent will play in your away kit instead of a different kit, and you can't see each other's kit. Purely... And also, you can't see whether you're at home or away. So... It's interesting, it certainly is. So nonetheless, we get into... I think we're just getting into... I think we did a couple of, like, challenges or whatever, like the starting challenges. And one of them was to literally play against a single-player AI. So we're literally just passing the ball again and again and again to retain... What's that? To retain possession. Just to see the game out. Because at the end of the day, it's on beginner difficulty. Purely just to do these objectives or whatever. Which I think are quite a nice addition, especially for doing a road to glory. It's almost like, you know, EA had your boy Mbirchy in mind. I mean, as of late, they certainly have been not doing me too dirty, you know. Alan Shearer in a pack and all that. Yeah, so we're doing even more objective, I think, getting fit or whatever. We apply the fitness, and then that gets another objective done. And it's just like, it's little bits of coins at a time. And also, luckily, the good thing about me picking this account is that, seeing as I've already used it a little bit, not the Ultimate Team account, but the Xbox account or whatever, I'm quite a high level on EAS or whatever it's called, and that means that I can get, like, coin boosts, because I think in the other Road to Glories I didn't have any coin boosts at all, which means I'm potentially missing out on 1,000 coins per game, which at this early stage, when I'm trying to get into the FUT Champions Daily Knockout Tournament and all the rest of it, is going to make a massive difference. So that certainly did help a lot, of course. So we're just opening up a bunch of reward packs, stuff like that, and just trying to grind through all of this. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, you know, the hard work, you know, the hard grind that you don't see sometimes. And I felt like I wanted, on this Road to Glory, I wanted to keep it sort of very raw, show, like, every single thing that happens, so that, you know, you understand and, like, maybe you want to follow along. Maybe you're playing along right now. Although you can't obviously play at this speed because this is edited, chopped, and all the rest of it. But, no, I just wanted to keep it, like, very raw so you can see everything, you know, buying the players. We bought Antonio first. He's OP as you like, you know. He's absolutely mad. He's got 85 pace. He slap a hawk, probably 90 plus, as well as strong. 4-star skill wins, 4-star weak foot. Like, this guy is absolutely mad. It's kind of... You know, I feel sorry for anyone coming up against him type stuff. His shoulders coming in hot as well. So the first game, I can't actually tell whether this is an online game. We're about to find out. If it's like a run, it depends on the team name. Sporting Pay. Yeah, I think that's an online game. Let's be real. Yeah, it is an online game. So the first game. Now this is, it's a little bit strange. For some reason, this lad, you know, is getting absolutely battered. There's no other way about it. Like, there's no hiding places from this, unfortunately. And, I think he kind of stopped playing for a little bit there, and then he picked up his controller and kept going. I don't know why he wanted to continue going, maybe because of a DNF modifier or whatever. I mean, if you're scared of that, then you probably shouldn't be on Ultimate Team, to be honest, and you're not going anywhere. Because at the end of the day, EA, you know, the servers, once you get that first disconnect, you're going to get salty. So you're kind of just building yourself up to fall back down, slam dunk. So we're 10-0 at this point. He's still in the game. Absolute lunatic. I honestly don't know why he's in the game at this point. Just, to be honest, it's just wasting our collective time, isn't it? It's just, you know, minutes of a clock, tick-tock type stuff. And then he gets a goal, though, 11-1, which unfortunately breaks our clean record of conceding no goals, 12-1. But once again, that's another one of the sort of things where it's like, you're just building yourself to slam dunk yourself back down, because it's not like I'm not going to... Like, I was actually thinking, for some reason, I was actually thinking, let's not concede a goal, like, just see how long we can go. But at the end of the day, like, it's FIFA 18. Like, you can see goals all the time. The attacking... I feel like the attacking is much more powerful than the defense. Mind you, at the start... I remember at the start of FIFA 18, it was absolutely mad how many goals you could score. And then they switched the defense to, like, more AI controlled. And, it's much harder to score, basically. So, the next player that we get is Mbirchy. He's a pretty decent player, you know, 4-star. I think he's got 4-star weak foot as well as 4-star skill moves. But his shooting is pretty terrible. I kind of just invested to have one side of the 4-4-2 to be really good. I mean, Charlie Austin was pretty decent up front as well. But on the right-hand side, we literally had Aurier as well as Mbirchy. Absolute tanks as well, like pacey. It's everything you need, really. So we start off, you know, running down the right-hand side. Mbirchy gets the ball across. Nice little goal for Antonio. And that is a lot of a play, really, in the 4-4-2, is just getting the ball across. 13 minutes in, you know, he sort of discovers that he just doesn't have a talent to deal with the sweaty players. So Leroy Fer coming in hot as well, 500 coins. He actually used to be so... I used to use him so much in, like... I think it was like FIFA 14 as well as like FIFA 15 as well as... For some reason, Leroy Fer, Dembele, Benteke and Lukaku, they were like my go-to players in like FIFA... I think it was FIFA 15. It was the FIFA when FIFA transitioned from Xbox 360 onto Xbox One. That was a hell of a time. Like, it was such a strange game in comparison, because crossing was actually decent on that game. And in fact, it was a bit too decent, I think. I think it was when it was like super overpowered, you know, just whip it in Benteke's every time type stuff. So at this point, I think we needed 100 coins, so we just quick sold a silver player just to get the injury card or whatever for Antonio, so we could get into the next online season's game. So yeah, we applied the fitness as well. We've got to be... I always make sure, like, at this stage, that we've got fitness at least on the key players. As you can see, we've got basically stay back while attacking on everyone, apart from the two strikers, because I think getting behind usually works quite well. I didn't put Charlie Austin on getting behind, because I think, you know, it's just not very fast. Like, it's kind of... It's not going to happen, basically. We get the ball across. Antonio tucking it away. He's loving that. Mbirchy as well. He was actually pretty decent. I don't know whether he would survive in the higher divisions. I mean, let's be real. This is exactly... you know, this isn't exactly the best division on the planet. Division 10. With 2-0, and he quits again. So that's what it should have been like in the first game. I don't know why the guy in the first game decided to stick it out. But, you know, kudos to him. Joe Hart. We get 1,300 coins. We get him in goal. I think once you reach that stage where you have a keeper, like when you've got a shocking team at the start, that's when you can say, like, all right, decent. We shouldn't really be losing to anyone now. So this lad, it's got a pretty sweaty team. 5 at the back. You know that it's going to be a sweat fest. In fact, I remember, I think it was when FIFA 18 first started. The go-to formation I started with was the 5-2-1, or actually no, it's a 5-2-2-1, because it was like Conte's tactic, and it was just sort of... I don't know, it was just the vibe at the time. And I often find myself, like, watching games, like, in real life, of course, like, on TV, Premier League games. And you see, like, 3-at-the-back tactics and stuff like that. And then you hop on FIFA, and you try and emulate those tactics, or try and use the same tactics. And it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I feel like there just is a couple of formations, like 3 or 4 formations on this game that are just miles better than every other formation, and just that just is the way it is. And I feel like it's because you can't be more sort of specific with the instructions, if you know what I'm saying. Like, for example, you can't get although you can set players to man mark, I feel like they're not really... I actually want to try that out a bit more, but like, you can't really do like Mourinho bust tactics. Like with the other Road to Glories, Guardiola, you can't quite have like the left back and right back, you can't have them tucking in and doing what they do in real life, basically. But look at this, 9-3. It's another lad that decides to stick in. pretty much because he was able to sort of compete for a while, then we took off and left him in the dirt. So 9-3. We get 2,000 coins. We get through the first division, which is pretty decent, of course. 3,400 coins or something like that. And then we're also getting coins for the daily objectives. Cheeky contract coming in hot. I actually don't know where these clips are going to end. I don't know whether there's anything else which I did on this episode to take note of it. It's probably just opening much more of these packs and doing the rewards and stuff like that. But at this point, we're just trying to create sort of one squad. I didn't know whether to create 1 or 2 squads, though, for the final sort of FUT Champions team setup. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to get squad fitnesses all the time, that's going to be a lot more coins. I think the last thing that we do is there's a Team of the Week challenge or whatever. So we go into a Team of the Week game just to get those coins. It's simple stuff, really. We just get the goals up against beginner difficulty because we can't be asked to sweat these games out. I don't know. For me, I just don't like playing against the AI, especially on Ultimate Team. I just can't. It's almost like I can't reach that level of FIFA that I usually do because because it's the AI, I don't go try hard almost. Like, I don't know. I can't be asked to play against them. But yeah, we're getting the lone Team of the Weeks in as well. I think. I know it's not in the Team of the Week. We get Couture. 89 rated, decent player to have for a loan. Like, if that was on my main account, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't care about a loan. But I feel like these objectives are more based towards, you know, the Road to Glory type stuff. We're just opening up a bunch of packs. Don't get anyone too decent. We buy Mangala, who I actually think is definitely one of the best sort of Premier League cheap centre-backs. Because he's like 2,000 coins. He's fast. Well, it's like 70 pace. He's already got something like 85 strength, 90 jumping, something like that. And then you can get his pace up with a shadow to like 80 something. So we play against AI there. I think it's just a single player seasons game. We just basically grind that out. And once again, just hitting up these objectives, really. We get a gold pack thing sorted there. Sell Dante. I think we needed to sell him to get either a player or do another objective as well. And then also a bit of a SBC type vibe. And here's the thing, is that I've never really done SBCs much. The 2 things that I'm thinking of doing, like introducing myself to on this Road to Glory, one of them being doing more SBCs because I've never really been one to grind out the SBCs. I just really haven't had the effort, but pretty decent stuff to sort of try out. And also, what else is there? There's, oh yeah, just trading. I'd be interested in seeing how like trading works, like try and get a lot of coins out of trading. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to learn the market a bit to an extent. Like, there's a lot of investment that I feel like I could do once I get the FUT Champs rewards. Whereas at this stage, it's like, I could probably only get like 200 coins profit at a time, and that would take a lot of effort and all the rest of it. But if I invest in certain players, I feel like, you know, we could hit the top of the game type thing. So that is a team ready for the daily knockout tournament in a 4-4-2. It's looking pretty decent. Oh, hang on, wait. One last player, of course. We get Musa with a Sniper Chem Star, who's OP as you like. Absolutely mad. Definitely recommend for a starting squad. So we have him alongside Antonio. So Antonio, you know, a bit more physical, fast as well. And then Musa with the Sniper, got that extra dribbling. 4-star skill moves as well. Both of them were 4-star skill moves. So the next episode is going to be the FUT Champions Daily Knockout Tournament. So you're probably wondering as well what happened to the Pep Guardiola and Mourinho Road to Glory. Basically, it just went down the pan. Simple as that. But we're going to literally, I'm going to try as hard as I can to grind out daily content. And the Road to Glory is going to be at the forefront of a channel, you might say. Thanks for watching, of course, chaps and chapettes. I'll see you on the next Mbirchy episode. And if you have any suggestions or anything like that, make sure to drop it down in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one. Your moppers. GG's.